gentlemen and friends. This is Interesting India episode 1. As this is episode 1, let me introduce what Interesting India is. I square. I square means Interesting India. I square really means the past, present and future of India. Interesting India means how India can be transformed into a wonderful country. So many people tend to go to other countries and settle there and work there. But no one tend to come to India and settle here, right? That's because of the state that is the present state of India. After accomplishing this vision Interesting India, people should tend to come to India and settle in India. That is what I want. And that's possible only because of few people. And Interesting India means how India can be made interesting. That's true. Interesting India, finally it means the best ever country seen in the world. It was in the past, but not in the present, but it should be in the future. So the first ever topic of episode 1 is legislature. So before telling about merits, demerits and alternative method of legislature, let me tell you what are the merits. What is legislature? Let me tell you what is legislature first. So which is one of the three rings. The other two rings are judiciary and executive. That's true. And legislature. Elected representatives like MLAs, MPs come under legislature. They have the power to plan and make schemes for the welfare of the people. And here highest forum of discussions takes place. If any wrong in the constitution can be changed here, that is why it's called as legislature. And the assembly, we have central assembly, those are the parliaments, and even we do have state assembly. Now you got to know what's legislature, right? So representative are the key roles of legislature. So let me tell you who are representatives, as they are building blocks of legislature. These people are public servants, that's true, and many people work as public servants and many people treat themselves as the king who are ruling the people. That is why India is still a developing country. They are elected by the people to look after the basic facilities in their area, that's true. Each constituency will have representatives. So to understand this line, let me tell you what constituency is. An area divided for the sake of elections in which for each constituency elections are held. Hope you understand it. So arrangements. Like how are they arranged? That's very interesting. Each constituency will have 2, 3 or more representatives. Those representatives can be of different parties, fields, even relatives. As there are more representatives for a constituency, India would have been developed country by now. But still it's developing because of their work. For a constituency there will be MLAs, MPs and corporators, right? That's true. And now let me tell you why it's made that way. That's the merit of legislature, and this is my opinion. That's the merits are my opinion. So legislature is for the people. It's made that way for the people, and it's composed in that manner to avoid dictatorship. As there are more and more representatives for a constituency, there will be no dictatorship. So the power is distributed throughout so that no wrong decisions will be taken which affects the people. That's actually very true. And what are the demerits? And even this is my opinion. Demerits. Due to distribution of power, the work to be done is delayed. That's very true. Due to political competitions, there are many malpractices which are taking place. That's very, very true, and this is very important point. And as there are 2 or 3 representatives for a ward, as the representatives may also be of different parties, because of which there is no unity in leaders. That is to serve the people, right? So too many cooks spoil the dish. Many of you would have heard about too many cooks spoil the dish, right? So when you compare the dish with the constituency, there will be more cooks for the constituency, right? As there are more cooks for the constituency, as said, as the dish spoiled, even the constituency will be spoiled. As there is no unity, more and more ingredients are added. Without unity, of course the dish will be spoiled when there are cooks, and when there are too many representatives, the constituency will be spoiled. And this is my opinion, and this is very important point. Then we should think of the solution. That's the alternative method. So every problem has a solution. Even this is my opinion, friends. There should be only one representative for the constituency. Majority of those representatives, party in state form government, and majority of same representative party in the country form central government, right? So because of which there will be no too many cooks and there will be no that demerit. So one demerit is removed. There should be no corporators or other representatives. That's also true. Friends, when we talk of alternative method, we should sustain the merits and remove the demerits. So I think demerit, that's the too many cooks, is removed. But do you think the merit dictatorship is sustained when there is only one representative? Do you think there is dictatorship? Even I think about it. Then what's the other point? Then what's the other alternative method for that? There is. That's the kingmakers. Here kingmakers are the people who make kings. Those are the people who elect representative. Then the kingmakers are the people in our country. That's in democracy, right? So kingmakers are people. That's citizens of a country. So there should be only one representative for constituency. I'll tell you why I told about kingmakers, who will be guided by civil servants. So there should be only one representative for constituency who will be guided by civil servants, which is actually even now there, and that representative will be punished or he will be rewarded by the people throughout the year. Now this line is very important, so to make it understand, let me tell you what rewarded, punished and throughout the year means. Punished, getting down from being representative, that is what is punished. And rewarded, remaining in his power throughout the year. So rewarded means remaining in his power throughout the year means throughout his journey being a representative, in which people on any day make him lose his power. That's actually very important. So thus kingmakers are the people. So as kingmakers are the people in democracy, presently there are only kingmakers once in 5 years. But in this line throughout the year is mentioned as throughout his journey. That means kingmakers are kingmakers throughout the year. So how is that possible? If this thing take place, that is the kingmakers are throughout the year, not in once in 5 years, there will be no malpractices. That's very true. And there will be no dictatorship, because if there are any wrong decisions taken, kingmakers will take the power of the representatives. That's true. But how to make kingmakers throughout the year? Is that impossible? No, that's possible. Then how? I'll be telling you that interestingly in next episode. So friends, let me give you my email ID, which is interestingindia1@gmail.com. Any queries, any doubts, any clarification, any questions, you can mail me at interestingindia1@gmail.com without any space and without any capital letters. And many more videos on Interesting India will be released on YouTube, and please watch it. And friends, before going, I just want to tell you one thing. I swear, I square is possible. That's Interesting India is possible, and this is Anamadeya. Thank you, friends.